Hi, everybody. So, today I'm doing a spiritual home and land cleansing session. This is a 30-minute session. I can do these up to an hour. So, I'm going to be purifying what is like it's for a house, but it's an apartment in a house. I can't give you a whole lot of background details. I'm doing this as a YouTube session for somebody who wants to keep it private. But is open to sharing the experience. So I'm going to relax here. I'm not going to give you any more background than that, but there's probably going to be some negative types of things that I'll experience echoing back at me, and then I'll be purifying those and helping to return that into the light. So we'll just see where this goes, all right? We're in for a treat, okay? So I'm just going to relax here. Alright, I'm connecting with my spirit guides and higher self. I'm allowing grounding energy to flow through my body. So I feel grounded, connected to the earth. I feel like a lot of energy as I am getting connected and prepared. I feel there's a lot of energy kind of coming back. It feels like a lot of emotional stuff. Emotional hurts, reasons to be sad and to cry. It's really hard to find yourself when, like, I'm walking into this environment, this home environment, which is the apartment space. There's what is an odd sort of canopy of energy that gets stuffy and stifling, and it prevents you from having expanded thoughts and perspectives on things. So this energy canopy is preventing you yourself from feeling truly expanded and able to be yourself and the person that you want to be. So your actual home space is a reflection of this, your home space. So where you're living in this home, this apartment space in this home, it is full of this type of echoing energy on the inside, also because you are too. So our home space is a reflection of who we are as well, and that is what it is like in here. There's a reason why this session is happening today, because it's time for you to start living your life. So I'm going to be doing this energy work here to purify your home, because you too are purifying your body, which is also your home. So you purify your energy field, you purify your soul, you purify your mind, you purify all this stuff. And then you need a home that is echoing the same energetic reflection, the same energetic frequency vibration that you are reflecting. It's not good for you to be in a home space that is not the same frequency vibration as you are choosing to be. So if your vibration is way up here and the home space is way down here, you're going to start to feel like you're gravitating downward, okay? It's kind of like being around a lot of people who are really negative all the time. Even if you're positive and you're cheerful and you're really radiating your sunlight, but they're just not absorbing it, they're just shielding it back, and they're just saying, we want you to be negative like us. So now you either gravitate towards being more like them, or you say, you know what, this is just too much negativity for me. I want to go be a sunlight. I want to be a sunshine around people who want my rays of energy and my rays of light and love to enter into their life. Like, I want to be around people who are like me at the same frequency as me. It's not. I'm experiencing echoes of this space here. It's just so sad in here. It keeps showing me what is energy that echoes back, burying you 6 feet underground. And so, in a way, a human being who is buried inside themselves, a soul, like your true identity is buried inside yourself, 6 feet deep. Do you see what I'm saying here about this message? you can't do this to yourself, and you can't let other people do this to you either. That is terrible, terrible, terrible thing for other people to inspire. And that's not, I know there's some, I know what the history is, I know what the background is. So you have to start to say, what do I want for myself? What do I want? Because you are important, you are valuable, you are precious. And the precious side of you, the radiating sunlight side of you, cannot be buried 6 feet down inside you. That is a part of you. It's okay for that part of you to be dead. You see what I'm saying here? This is also the energy frequency inside your home living space. It's okay. It doesn't hurt me to feel these emotions. I'm in an alternate state of mind, but it is so sad in here. So I'm just allowing the sadness to be expressed so that energy can actually be released, okay? It's so sad in here. Because of the echo that says I'm buried 6 feet deep, this living space also behaves like it is a basement in a way, but it also wants me to go deep down, even beneath the basement-esque experience here. Oh gosh, so okay, underneath the ground of the energy space, the energetic side of your living space, there's a lot of, it's just really awful down here. You can imagine it like roots of weeds that are really black and slick. Even they look, they're kind of liquidy looking, black, and they're kind of moving all the time. They kind of look like really, really thin blades of like squid legs, kind of, but like thin blades of grass. But there's so many of them, and they're kind of wiggling around. They're underneath the surface in the kind of energetic soil aspect. It's all rotten out down here. It's a lot of negative energies, a lot of weeds that you gotta pull out of your life in order to feel like you're a tree that can grow. I mean, plants can't grow with a lot of weeds. The weeds will suffocate the life out of them, and now the plants will wither and die. So you can't live in a setting surrounded by weeds. These squirmy, slithering, slimy weeds will try to attach into your energy body, and they'll suck and drain the life force energy out of you until you choose to become a weed too. If you're not going to become a weed, then we will destroy you for not choosing to become like us. So you see, there's vulnerability here because the space you choose to call home has these echoes in it. So how do I remove these echoes? Because they're also echoes of certain people. You have to choose to see them for who they are, but the only way they can choose to see themselves for who they are is through you. Through you are the mirror. You are the mirror that understands more deeply something they haven't grasped yet. On the soul level, they're still learning it and working on it. That says a lot about you, and you should be amazingly proud of yourself. Amazingly proud of yourself. All right, everything's getting a lot more cheerful. I feel like a lot more positive energy, starting to feel a lot more positive in here. I feel like a bunny rabbit that's just bouncing up and down. Like I just feel like it's okay. We just bounce up and down. Yeah. We're gonna have some fun in here. It feels like lots of bouncing up and down, a lot of cheerful energy, a lot of silliness going on, creating a lot of light energy in here. It still shows me it has the basement-esque effect to it, but it doesn't feel like buried 6 feet deep or buried 6 feet under or anything like that. It's starting to fill up with the sunlight energy. Wow, it's really quickly filling up with an orb of what it looks like a sun. It's an orb of love energy that is just starting to like disperse across, even touching every corner, every wall, everywhere. All this positive light energy shining in. It's really, really beautiful. And they're still sort of open, rotted out beneath the surface. But this light energy is sending rays of light downward and into the surface of the soils down here. Those weed energy is just drying out and just sort of like withering away and becoming a part of what is a healthy soil. But the spirit realm is saying, but there's still work you need to do because you have to make a choice. Is this where you want to live for the rest of your life? That's just a question. It's simply something to think about, okay? I know life circumstances, it may be the only place you can live right now, for instance. But it's something you need to start saying, I'm ready to acknowledge it is time to take a move or a transition to a new location where you can heal, where you can revitalize yourself. Because the world is not based on just the people you've known your whole life. It's based on a whole world full of people. And soulmates are everywhere. In countries that don't even speak your language, our soulmates are everywhere. And don't feel like if you were to make a move to a totally new place, that you couldn't find a little niche where you could feel welcome there. They're telling me you're totally growing, and you are not growing in the same way as the other people around you, certain people. So to continue to try to gravitate towards those who are echoing back the same type of energy of love that you resonate with, okay? They want you to know not to be afraid to live in this space. This space is your sanctuary. You need to start visually seeing it like this, and in your heart to know that this is a sanctuary space and there is nothing of negativity that can penetrate these walls. There's nothing of negativity that can walk through that door. It simply can't, because negative energy, it freaks out with positive energy. So you have positive energy in a huge orb, and negative energy is like, oh my God, get me away from that. That terrifies me. Negative energy is terrified of positive energy. Unless the negative energy thinks the positive energy is weak, the negative energy will try to pop that bubble or step on your toes or make you feel vulnerable. But you don't have to feel vulnerable because it doesn't have any power. It doesn't have any ability to come into your sanctuary. It just doesn't. It's your sanctuary. Nobody else gets to come into your sanctuary except those who treat you as you are a sacred individual and respect you and love you for who you are deep down inside, and encourage you to bring that precious aspect of you to the surface, because that's who you truly are. Then they want to know who you truly are. They're the types of people, there's the types of spirits, there's the types of interdimensional travelers, however you want to look at it, that can come in because they're the right frequency. Only people of that high frequency actually can just come in, like angels, like loving heavenly spirits. They just are able to just penetrate that bubble because they're the same vibration, they're the same frequency, they're emanating the same stuff. But if they're not emanating the same stuff, they can't. It's just like they hit the wall and then the wall bounces them back, and they're like, whoa. Oh, I got to change myself. I got to raise my vibration if I'm going to be able to come in here. So they have to work on themselves. And we're talking about people, human beings, and we're talking about spirits too. Anything out there. They want, again, Spirit Realm is really telling you it is safe to go home now, okay? It's safe. We're going to do a little more here. Okay, I'm just going to say this. You get to decide what you want to do with it. But it's really helpful when you have reflections, like some people have little crystal angels, or crystal like candles, that have an echo of something that is really warm and reminds you of love, makes you feel safe, makes you feel kind of protected. So because I can still feel that you're going through a lot, and it creates vulnerability, and vulnerability makes us question, and so they're encouraging you to find little physical objects that are like little crystal angels, that you could place around, to when you see the crystal angel, it is like God's way of manifesting a physical angel, like it's a physical angel, but it's connected to a spiritual angel. So that actual crystal angel is connected to a spiritual angel that is also helping you transition out of this experience, raise your vibration, and help you know that you are safe. So these angels is something to work with, to help give you that additional comfort, okay? They also encourage you to put pretty things in the window, like light catchers. They show me what is like a ornament that has beautiful, I don't know, it's different colors, and then it just goes in the window, and then when the sun shines through, it radiates little beams of light everywhere. It just feels really warm in here. I love how the colorful light touches everything. It feels warmer. It reminds me of rainbow and heavenly energy, and how the light touches our lives. And it reminds you of your pathway, which is about love and light and creativity and individuality. But your individuality that is a unique treasure, and no other person is like you. Don't follow in anybody else's footsteps. Dance to your own tune. So this array of colorful light is reminding you about there are no two snowflakes are the same. And let's say the snowflakes wanted to be all the same, that would be kind of weird, Why would all the snowflakes want to be like everybody else? Now we have a total weird thing going on every time it snows. When really the snowflakes are just at peace with their identity and are at peace with the identity of every other snowflake, and they love the diversity and the creativity of the infinite universe. And that's how we should be towards each other too. As a collective consciousness, we're working on that. But you resonate with this message. You resonate with this understanding. That is what comes from deep down inside of you. And that's what you look like. They show me this is what you look like. A beautiful, colorful piece of glass, like a glass ornament you put in the window, and it radiates all this colorful light everywhere. That is also a symbolic, you could visualize this image and see yourself. It's a mirror of who you are. So if you were able to do this in your own space, it reminds you of who you are every day. And again, it's helping you to raise your vibration. They encourage you to play music, like really music that makes you feel good inside. And even to try out something different, like gong sounds or singing bowl sounds. Also, an awesome, I love this channel. It's Rest Relaxation Reiki. It's a YouTube channel. Just type in Rest Relaxation Reiki. And there's like 100 or more videos. And it's awesome and really easy to play. You don't actually have, they're pretty much silent. So there's a little introduction in the beginning and then they just play. Don't go crazy, because I get in these crazy modes with them, with these videos, and too much healing energy, your body still has to process it. So don't go crazy, overdoing it. But you can play the videos to heal yourself, or there's videos to purify your home as well, and you just play them. You can even have it on mute. You just let the Reiki energy flow, okay? Reiki energy flows. It's just like air. Do we hear the air? And how do we know it's actually there? Well, if it isn't there, then we start to suffocate, So healing energy is like this too. How do we know that it's there? Well, how do we know the air is there? How do we know love is there? Well, we feel love. Well, we breathe air. That's kind of how we know. Even though we can't see it visually, we can sense it or we can feel it. We can know that it is there. So energy works this way too. Just like me. How am I there inside your home? Well, I'm a part of the collective consciousness. I'm a part of all of creation. I just gravitate towards the conscious space, and then I see what is there and I tell you what echoes back at me. Reiki is like this too. So another thing, you could totally do this and it's totally safe. You can put them on mute, where just you could play a playlist and let that Reiki energy flow into your space to continue to raise a vibration. Let's say you go out for groceries or something like that, just let the Reiki energy flow into your home space. And you could watch any Reiki video and it'll purify your home space because it's raising your vibration, it's raising your sacred space's vibration. If it's raising your sacred space's vibration, you go home and it's raising your vibration. You see the value of having a peaceful sacred space because it heals you back. And then when you feel healed, you continue to share positive energy that is also beaming back at you. So your sacred space heals you and you heal it naturally. So you continue to raise your vibration. This is just another added tip, okay? It was so good that you reached out to me. This is going to give you I can feel it giving you a boost inside your own spiritual atmosphere. You feel like heaven hears you. You feel like God is helping you. You feel like your prayers are answered, and it touches your heart. And that is a message from the higher wisdom, from the love of all, that we hear you, we love you, we're helping you, you're not alone. So that's like another message that is very loud and noticeable as we continue to raise a vibration of your energy space and then share the messages that come back to me so you can understand something more. But it feels so much better in here, and it's amazing how fast it's going. I anticipated it to be a little bit more vulnerable than this, but it's actually quickly transforming. Okay, so there's a new shift in energy. I'm just going to relax here and see what this shows us. Okay, it's a new part of the consciousness. I'm looking at two individuals. They're like human beings. You could imagine it as a man and a woman, but I just the energy is coming through in arguments and yelling and just insisting. So the yelling seems to feel like it knows what the truth is, and you aren't hearing me. So I need to talk louder so you can hear me, because I know the truth and you aren't listening to the truth. So I need to help you hear me better, because I know what the truth is. And if you aren't following in what I believe in, now you aren't hearing me because there isn't anything else. It's only this way. This is the only way that is real, the only way that is true. It's just this. It's sort of like telling people there's only one number. There's only one number. That's it. And so if you think there's a number 2 and a 3 and a 17 and a 29, you freaking lost your mind. There is only one number. That's it. Have you lost your mind? You aren't hearing me. You're not hearing me. There's only one number. Only one. And it just escalates and escalates, and it's like, but I'm telling you, there's more than just one number. I swear there's more than one number. There's more than one person in this world. There's more than one star in the sky. There's more planets than just planet Earth. I know there's more to it than this. There's just like a barrier. It's like la 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 la. Your understanding of an infinite universe, I don't hear you. There's only one number. That's all there is. And if you don't do what I tell you to do, then you've lost your mind. You need to go to a psychiatric ward. We need to get you some serious help. that's coming from somebody who believes there's only one number. You know, there's only one way to be, and that's the only way. It kind of echoes this idea back to me. It's like, you know, there's only one religion, so to speak. Like, but what about these tribal people in places where human beings have never even been? I guess, you know, they're kind of screwed because they were totally cut off from one religion that only relates to white people that live, you know, in certain places on the planet. You know, it's just like, you know what? I think they're okay. I think those, you know, the African people in the remote jungle, or people in very remote places, wherever that is all over the globe, I think they're okay. I think it's okay for them to follow their heart and to beat their drums and to dance and to express spirituality in their own unique way. I think it's okay. And now we're starting to realize that it's so beautiful the way people express love and the way people express their bodies and their freedom of expression and their idea of spirituality. There isn't just one number. There isn't just 2 or 3 or 4 that are perfect and that's it. It's the whole universe. It's an infinite universe. I feel like this is actually going to happen in your life, this conversation. So it's better to just know this right now, because I think you already know deep down inside that this conversation is a part of your purpose that is going to happen. But they're showing me this very solid. It's not just like a fantasy, or maybe I'll just, you know, it's just not something like a daydream that I'm kind of, but this actually does feel like it's, there's going to be a conversation and it's going to be like this. You're not hearing that there's only one number, but now Spirit is giving you this gift, so you're prepared on how you will visually, energetically process this conversation. And no matter what you say, they're going to shield it because they're afraid of seeing more than just one number. They're afraid of even connecting to that idea. This is how afraid they are. You see how fear now creates fearful people who are now even afraid to be themselves, and then they grow inside the ground and they're living with a bunch of weeds sucking the life out of them, and they're buried 6 feet deep inside themselves. You see, they say your home space is totally safe for you, and you are totally safe to be there. And remember, it's a sacred space, and even if these types of people come in, it's okay. It's okay, because we've got the positive music and we got the light and we've got the beautiful angel energies, and it's protected. So you don't have to let that type of energy into your heart. You can just shield it back at them. And you can let them into your space whenever it needs to be, but it doesn't mean that that energy has to stay there. It just leaves with them. And it doesn't linger. It does not linger, okay? You're safe. It feels like there's still, it feels like this is kind of a trying time or a trying experience, but you're doing a great job to keep making these amazing steps forward. It's very courageous journey for you. A lot of people think that heroes are just people who fight in a war and kill a bunch of other people, now create heroes, right? But actually human beings who overcome this type of like emotional imprisonment, overcome like identity issues, or these types, we're like the silent heroes. There's so many silent heroes across the globe and nobody knows about them. You are a silent hero. And to keep doing what you're doing an amazing job, and to keep finding a way to grow in the sunlight that you are, okay? And be who you are. I'm just gonna linger here for just another minute or two, okay? yeah, your home space is totally safe. Um, I would definitely encourage you if you can, all right? And whenever you feel inspired, I would be really happy to do some energy work to help you feel more empowered, to feel more energetically balanced with the way your life is transitioning. It keep you feeling grounded and feeling lighthearted even, keep you moving forward and feeling positive, okay? So I would love to do that for you. But in the meantime, rest, relax, and relaxation, Reiki. Those are all free videos, and they're awesome and they're easy, and you can play them. Don't go crazy. And when I say crazy, don't do like, I'll do like maybe 5 videos in a day, and that's kind of a lot actually, but I'm really energetically sensitive, and people who aren't, they probably could handle it and not really get any it can overwhelm me. I can become overwhelmed by too much Reiki energy. But I don't know if it's the same for other people. But I was on a kick for like a month where I was listening to like hours worth of these videos every single day, and I ended up getting a really bad cold, and then I got the flu, because it was too much energy processing. But I don't know that, like, don't feel nervous or vulnerable about this, but playing a couple videos a day is not going to be bad. But also, you just follow your heart, you're gonna know. But you should totally let that energy rumble through, especially like if you can, just put it on mute and then find a playlist in there and just let those videos go, and go to the grocery store or go, and then they will purify your home space while you're gone. And then when you come back, it'll be really like refreshed, like you had the windows open and the spring breeze coming in. It'll be super refreshed, and it'll feel welcoming, and it'll make you feel safe, and it'll make you feel that glowing energy. And remember, this is your sanctuary, this is your sacred space. So it's there to heal you, and you are there to feel healed by it, which is you raising your vibration and then continue to raise the space's vibration as well. So remember the little angels or anything you could, like colorful things you could put in the window, that would radiate light through, and then beautiful music like gong sounds or singing bowls. If like something of this kind also creates energy balancing and tuning for the physical space, but also the energy space, because it's also transforming your physical and energy space inside yourself. So these are really simple, easy tips to continue to purify the space, purify yourself, and raise the vibration of your life, right? So that's all I can share. So thank you so much for your open-mindedness. I'm not going to say your name, but your open-mindedness to do this as a YouTube video. And I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you learned a little something about home spaces and how they're a reflection of us, but how as an energy worker I can from a distance go into a space and I can learn about things, and then I can share not only healing for the space, but then messages for you too. So if you're interested in getting a spiritual home and land cleansing session, or any psychic service, there's a whole list of them. Please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Also, you can find me on Patreon too. And I'll put a bar here on the bottom so you can explore my Patreon site. I've already got videos out there. I've got free attunement manuals to Reiki, and for all subscribers. So it's just something to check out if you're interested. So thank you all for watching. I wish you all a wonderful day.